What's up, graphic designers? Hope you're doing well. Today is June 1st. Today we're going to be starting a project in which we're going to be creating a mixtape cover that's due this Friday. So what exactly are we looking for? We need for this project a photo of yourself and a buddy and a fun, I don't know, and maybe a silly pose, kind of like we have here with Mr. Bosselet and Mr. Duffy. You're going to need a band name. You're going to need lots of cool blending modes and special effects that look a little bit like this. Here we have another example featuring a few students who graduated a few years ago. Here we've got lab scholars with the MTA subway map in the background with what looks like a great white shark. Here we've got some cool lens flares. We've got some fireworks and lightning. This is exciting. This is cool. So how do we begin? What's the first thing that you're going to need to do? Well, we're going to need to create PNGs. And because we're living in the age of a pandemic, we're not going to be able to have group photos, right? This is off the table. So what you're going to need to do instead is take a photo of yourself. And actually what we'll do is I'll go to these examples right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a photo of yourself like, you know what? Here's this guy. Look at this image right here. So let's pretend this is a photo that maybe you're going to try to recreate, or you're going to find a pose that works for you and fits your personality. And it's got to be at least from the knees up, ideally like as full body shot as possible. And when you do that, and we open in Photoshop, we're going to be creating a PNG. I know you guys have made PNGs quite a few times this semester, but this is just going to be a quick refresher in case you forgot. And we want to make sure that you guys do a solid job, because you're going to be sharing your PNGs with your peers. So I'm using the magnetic lasso. No pixels were selected. All right, let's try that one more time. So I'm clicking and I'm going along the edge. This looks great, and I'm going to seal this up. And then I can see that I missed edge of his hat, but I notice that the add to function is selected. So I'm just going to continue adding. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a really nice selection around the student. And I'm going to switch to the regular lasso very quickly. You guys do not want to use this tool, but for the timing purposes, we want to get through this as quickly as possible. So I'm going to make this selection, and then I'm going to subtract the interior of his arm because we don't need that. All right, so when you guys have your selection, you're going to press Command C. You're going to go to File, New. We're going to press Enter, or simply Create. And then we're going to press Command V to paste. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we want to unlock the background. We want to delete the background so we see the white and gray checkers. And if you want, what you can do is press Command M, and then you can pull up the curves, and you're just going to lighten the lights a tad and darken the darks just a tad. So it looks a little something like this. We're going to press OK. You're going to save this as a PNG. So it's going to be File, Save As, and it's going to be first, last name, and then we'll do mixtape cutout. Alright, and it's not going to be a PSD file. It's not going to be a JPEG. Instead, it's going to be a PNG because we need that transparency. I'm going to press OK. And why is that transparency so important? So we can drag it in and create something that looks like a little bit like this. And so what we're going to be doing in subsequent assignments is merging yourself and maybe 2 or 3 buddies, and then we're going to get super creative. But for today, ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do is submit your PNG. We're going to start working on this on Tuesday, June 2nd. So you've got to make sure that you submit your PNG today. That way your peers have your image to work with. Cannot wait to see your work. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.